I planted these tomato plants on the 20th of March. Today is the 16th of February. I think that's officially about 57 days. That's a 36-inch yardstick. I've had to put a 2x4 under the cage because they had hit the top. At least another 4 inches, 40-inch plants. 57 days. We have had a gully washer. You can see all the water in here. And the wind blew and I had my tarp on it, but my tarp has a few holes in it, so enough water got in there to fill it up, and I gotta pick this up and drain some of the water out. And the wind blew these plants in from this end. See, the others are standing pretty tall, and I will take those tall trash cans over there and I will put these in it to take to the river. My bride wanted 2 more of these barrels. And these are the styrofoam, heavy styrofoam fake ones, which seem to last really well. So I dumped out those 2. And we need to take those to the river, and she wants to grow herbs in them. And the 2 holes I had here, a big one on the right and a smaller one on the left, when they cut this tree down last year, they dropped all the branches right here. And that's the soil from those 2 whiskey barrels that I needed to empty. So I just filled that hole up with it and graded it over a little bit with a rake. Got all my dahlias planted now. I planted the others at the river a couple weeks ago, and all these have been planted here, so they're done. These are irises coming up from last year, and these irises were in the bed. 2 of the barrels where I put the dahlias, so I transplanted those there. And you can see where the old barrels were, along with some of these hostas. The compost pile in the middle is getting to the top. You can see how much water we had. All these trays are full. I got to dump them out before they drowned. I use this old fan to stir the air up in here, which helps the plants move back and forth and get roots. My Coleus are about ready to go in the ground. I'm sure these are loaded with roots coming out the bottom. And my columbine and foxglove need to go in the ground. There's a few extra tomatoes I'm growing for somebody. You can see my calla lilies continue to come up in the back. Things a little dry in the corners. Sweet basil's not quite ready to go in the ground. These are the first of my calla lilies that came up. Here's some more flowers, parsley, a few tomatoes I never did transplant. Gonna be busy putting this stuff in the ground here in the next week. I'm sure the birds and squirrels will be tickled to death that my grapes are setting some nice clusters. I had to put those petunias inside the middle of the greenhouse before the storm. It dropped all this rain, and our son gave it to my bride for Mother's Day. Her favorite color is purple. I've got the impatiens trimmed back from all that height, and now they're starting to put out all that growth because I've trimmed out the old higher stuff from last year, and now I have a compact plant. It's starting to get to where we have too many plants in this gazebo. And that little cactus is still blooming, like I told you. Doesn't know when it's supposed to bloom. I need to trim that one back a little bit. See how it stays up here on the older growth? You don't get as much coming out the bottom where it's trying to grow. Well, if I just nipped these off even and made a nice little shape thing, all these would flush out, and you'd have a pretty little basket of it. And it does need to go in another pot, but if you watch my videos, I don't have so much time. And you can see the peaches on our cherry tree. We got 2 of them in the yard. We don't really worry about them because in about another week the squirrels will get every bloody one of them. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Perfect timing. It's Friday the 16th of May, and my crabapple and muscadine grape grapevine came, and we're going to the river for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and that'll give us a chance to plant it.